Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to Untamed Antiks, obviously. So, I said in the last video, well, it'll be 2 videos ago now, that there's some other stuff that I've been working on, and you kind of get a flash of it in this last episode that I released. And so what I've been working on since about September, October was this 1968 F100. It's full of car parts, don't mind. And I kind of got to a point, we were cruising along, the holidays hit, slowed me way down, and then I've been trying to get at it, and I just got tired of being cold. Alright, so as I was saying, sorry, my camera died. I've been working on I just got tired of getting cold. So I got a good bit done on what I was working on that thing after it got cold, holidays, so on and so forth. And then I decided I needed to insulate my shop, my carport. So this is like an addition onto my normal garage. And did the cool lights like everybody does or whatever. Haven't painted the walls yet. It's not completely done. You'll see up there. Ran out of insulation. Just haven't been in the store to get some more. And I got to get these bottom panels in. But huge difference. Like, I have a heat set at 50 and I can stand out here in a t-shirt and not really be phased, which is awesome. So huge things there. Also, we've been over at the I have been over at the After Hours Performance and kind of tinkering with Evo a little bit. He did some stuff to it over the last few months. It's kind of just a side project for him, so I'm not trying to beat him up over it. So we just kind of pick away at it as we can. Changed crank sensor way back, and it didn't solve the issue. It was pretty gross, and so that could have been the start of all this. And I haven't really went back and verified in either SE. So the original ECU we thought was smoked. Still on that theory, unless we can put it back in and it runs off of this good crank sensor. So the crank sensor we put in was a non-OEM Duralast or something, one of the brands from one of the parts stores. That was not the fix. And I had always gone off the theory that you'd only put motorcraft sensors in Ford engines from previous experiences. Kind of took his word on it. And this is not to bash. This is a learning experience and a verified learning experience for me. And then where I messed up, I had bought an ECU around July from an F-150 and had it sent out to power by hour, had it reflashed, pats deleted, which I didn't realize I could do it myself because I have HP tuners, and they came out with a patch like right before that. So I spent some money that I didn't really need to, and then I still had to unlock it with HP tuners, so wasted money again. And as of 2 weeks ago, I was over there working on it on a Saturday, and I had bought a third ECU from a Mustang GT manual car, got the paths deleted, and instantly we have fuel pressure, like fuel pumps are priming, but it wouldn't crank. Well, for whatever reason, I forgot to write entire on the HP tuners. Also a learning experience. I've been away from even messing with HP tuners for a while because of that car. So I got that put in. We got it. Got it to crank over now. It's got fuel. If we give it external sauce, brake clean, whatever, it will fire and run. But for some reason, somewhere along the fuel system, there's a problem, we believe, and it's not getting fuel. Put fresh E85 in it. Thought maybe that was the issue. The stuff we put in there still wouldn't fire. Tested it. It tested good. So basically, we're just kind of like we got to go back and take a look at this fuel system. We're going to start. So back when I built the car, I didn't realize that we're supposed to use PTFE with the E85. So another learning experience. So I believe that some of the rubber has deteriorated it's been sitting for 3 years with fuel in it. So I got lines over there. We just haven't put them on. I believe the injectors are fine, but we're going to send them out and get them cleaned anyway. And then I think I'm going to buy another fuel pressure regulator just to be safe, because when I first got the car running, I bought the same brand and the first one failed for whatever reason. So I bought a second one and that one is good. So maybe this time I'll just spend a few extra dollars and get a guaranteed always good one. So things go bad after they sit too, so who knows. And that's where that kind of lies. He's been busy with other customer stuff, and it's not a pressing issue. And I just started working on the F100 again, and I'm going to drop some videos related to that, so I'm not going to really show you anything about that. Coming up, there's a couple other things I want to do in the shop I just need to get organized, and that's a big problem I've always had. I just kind of dive into projects and never really sit down and try and make the environment better for me. There's a couple things I've done so far, obviously insulation and stuff, so now we're going to be able to do some hangers on the walls and stuff. I'm going to paint this all white. I have some flame resistant paint to help prevent maybe a fire. Got a fire extinguisher in the corner. I bought this rack to hang up some tools. The Mustang is in shambles. Everything that was in this front garage got moved back here. That's for the F100 back there. So, and then I also forgot, about the same time I bought this truck, my buddy Tyler decided, he went out and was wheeling and kind of kinked his frame a little bit, so he wanted to do an exo cage on his truck. And when it's nicer out, I'll get you some pictures of that. It's coming along, but we hit cold weather, got to about Thanksgiving, and then it just, everything went cold, and it's outside. We were building it outside, originally on a gooseneck to help hold the frame in place. So we got the back half done. The front half is like 7 tubes away from being done. And hopefully on one of these nicer days, because it is still February, I will try and knock out the last little bits of that. His dad's welding it off. So as soon as that's done, that'll be done. Okay. I guess I can do a couple of shout outs. Brent and Osa, they came over and helped me hang up. I had done all that by myself, plywood and all, and it's framed up inside of it and insulated. They helped me hang the last piece because I couldn't really hold it up. I had a process for doing it, but the last piece I couldn't really hold up very well by myself, so they helped me, and then they helped me on this wall. But everything else I had done. I found out that So my garage door had always been kind of like tipped out. So I tipped it in. Well, it was running into that wheel. So I modified and added a second rail to clear all that. And that's done. And I got to do it on that side yet. The truck was over here, so I couldn't really finish that corner very well anyway. I did take my garage door out. That was right here, and that's not going back in. These are my first lights that I had bought. Like when I first moved here, a couple of them have died. So the lights that were in here are gonna go up in there. I'm gonna move that furnace in the closet and then run some ducting out and probably all the way out to here. Again, don't mind the mess, it's messed up. This whole thing I'm gonna redo, all new bench. Right now it's so bad, like if I'm working on the bench, so it's got a nice 1/8" flat plate on it, and when I'm getting after it, banging on it or whatever, it will literally vibrate everything off onto the floor, and then it's just another mess that, you know, as they add up, you don't want to take care of them. You don't take care of that stuff. So kind of, other than that, everything's been here. I don't know if you've ever seen all this stuff, so I'll just kind of show you around my messy garage. I have a Hot Wheels wall. Pretty proud of it. Behind the toolbox all the way to the floor minus the last little strip is full Hot Wheels up to that point. I have more to put up, and I'd like to eventually put like a slab of plexi over it. I did this drift car thing. Don't mind my wires. I got some stuff to secure them. I haven't got to that yet because I just put new ones up on this side. That's a little smoke show cloud thing that I got the idea of, probably TikTok, but at night it lights up and does some cool stuff. And there's a little 240Z on the, or 280Z on the top there on the end. And then I got some Fast and Furious collection stuff. Took an old like wrap, cut it up into chunks, and the kids were kind of smacking it on the wall over there. And that turned out pretty cool. And I'd like to do, maybe if I don't, I'm gonna put some fresh lights up for now, but I'm thinking I want to match this side over here just because it's gonna drive me nuts that it doesn't match. And these lights are actually really bright. I still plan on running like a strip of these ones, or like a double angled one down the edge on both sides, because I do, like, I'm trying to avoid any shadows. I don't do a lot of body work, but that car will be up here and getting body worked, and I don't want to have shadows. I want it to be perfect to the best of my ability. I'm not a body man, I'm not perfect, but I'm gonna try really hard. I've gotten some stuff in for the car. Got my 09 seats so I can replace the 14s. I got these seats. They're kind of, problem is, so I'm accenting this red, or not red, orange, because I'm not sure on the paint scheme yet, and I might put a little clip of what I'm shooting at, a couple pictures of end goal-ish, not true, it's some AI generated stuff, and another like design that I'd found online. Kind of mesh this together in the end and just do my thing with it, with those combos of things. So I'll put those in right after this. And then I ordered a different bumper. We're gonna ditch the 350 bumper, GT350 bumper, because when I put it up there with the headlights, with the fender in place, it was really far from the ground, and it's not the look I'm going for. I'm looking for kind of a modernized 65 here, obviously fastback. It's gonna be wide, it's gonna be nasty, low, eventually a power adder, and that will be great in the end. So I bought an 05 bumper that has like some different styling to it than I've seen before, and we're gonna chop it up and kind of graft it into the Eleanor style nose cone with the fog light. and then get it all, it'll all look great, hopefully, in the end. Oh, what else do I got? I'm just trying to give you a solid rundown of what I've been up to, and a couple other things I picked up. Let's see. Oh, I got these. They're kind of hard to see, but they match the ones in the video that from the coilovers, the RTR center capped ones, but they're actually VMR wheels. I found some in South Dakota. My buddy Wes picked them up for me and brought them to me a month or so later. They're 11 wides, perfect offset for the flares in the back. Pretty excited about that. I still plan on running the GT or the GT 500, 350 or whatever. No, it's just a 500 style taillight section, the big long one. But I'm making my own taillights. Kind of did that off camera. They're not done, and I'll jump into that eventually. And I have been working on my doors also off camera, so I'll get you some of that footage as well coming up. Pretty neat little project on that. I ordered some custom floor mats, but they ended up wrong. So they say Untamed Antiks in them. The stitching was supposed to be orange. They admitted they messed up. They're sending me some fresh ones that came from Witamats. Honestly, for the price, they're pretty sick. So I got to get some cage material for this thing, and then that will be another thing that we're going to jump into. I haven't decided on a full cage or a half cage. I don't want to cut into the dash any more than I already had to, so I guess it just depends what we're going to go for. For the aggressiveness that I'm going for, I kind of want to put a full cage in. And then what else do we got? Some aviator stuff I've been working on a little bit. I bought a blower from George over in Blue from a Terminator Cobra, and I'm working on trying to adapt it to a aviator intake manifold, lower intake manifold, or however we have to do it. And then I'm going to instead of running like the full Terminator timing cover, serpentine bridge and all that, I'm going to move it backwards just enough that it can run into the normal serpentine system. And I'm not super worried about like crazy amounts of belt slip, because it's going to be like a 6 pounds of boost tops kind of thing. And then I also, when we were out at Sundown Mountain, I had snapped my axle shaft crawling out of the creek bed on this rock slab thing. So it currently has an 08 Super Duty axle under it with stock shafts. So I bought some 1550s a few months ago to put in it, but it's been blocked in by the Ranger that's out there too. So I'd say that's a pretty good rundown of what's going on. I'm probably going to release this before the full-on details of this truck, so I might go into a little bit on that video. But I bought this truck for my wife. It came with a 351 from it's like Wester's Chop Shop, I believe, on YouTube. But I bought it from his dad. Did not plan on buying this truck at all. It's a short box. It's already Crown Vic swapped. It's got a bolt-in C-notch. Just quick little details on it, because like I said, I'll go into that project soon on another video. But pretty straight for a old boy. It's got a couple dings and dents and stuff, but we'll work through that. But right now, I'm just trying to get it to where I want it so I can get back to the Mustang. So again, thanks for swinging by, checking out all my stuff, videos. Now you understand why the Mustang isn't getting done, because I literally stopped working on it in September. It got pushed back there, and I've been just kind of hoarding parts. I'm certain I have more stuff for it than what I just showed you, obviously, but I have like all the sheet metal and everything to finish it up, and there's a couple things I'm going to do to it that the Mustang people might not like. Maybe I bought, well, specifically like a rear spoiler, and I'll go over this also later on, but it's something I haven't seen before, but on like a toy car, and I kind of liked it, and I kind of want to go with it, but I know that I'm gonna get some hate for it. But then again, why do I do the things I do? I don't know. So maybe that's why we'll do it. So again, awesome to have you guys come into my channel, checking things out. Tell your friends about me, my channel. Not so much about me, I don't really care about me. Just building cool stuff. Don't really want to be TikTok or YouTube famous or anything, but I think the stuff I do is kind of cool, and I'd like to share it with everybody else. So as always, thanks for watching, and have a good one.